Our study is about the tax loss carry forward that firms have. Actually, the whole project we were working on is how tax loss carry forwards affect business decisions like financing policies and investments, because governments like to use it to stimulate investments. We realized when trying to study that these data in, for example, Compustat are not so good, actually missing in many cases. So the first step we needed to do is try to get better data, and our study is about how the lack of data influences the results and how we can improve the data on these tax loss carry forwards. So it is in that sense rather technical, but a first step to improve the data quality. What we did is we estimated the tax loss carry forward. So we used all the data to estimate taxable income and then calculated the tax loss carry forward. And we then redid some studies and reanalyzed it to see what effects this has, because all the studies often assume to be absent if it's missing, and it turns out that no, in more than 40% of the cases it is actually not missing, and these firms do have a tax loss carry forward. What we find is that if you incorporate that, then we can more correctly, more precisely estimate the discretionary part in book tax differences. So the part that managers use or firms use to, for example, reduce taxable income. And we also see that that explains part of tax aggressiveness that is observed in other studies. Well, actually this is a first step to improve the data. So the real learning points from how it affects behavior and how it can affect government policy should follow up with follow-up studies. These studies were not possible because there are many missing data. So actually researchers could not find the evidence on how tax loss carry forward actually influence these business decisions, and I think now that is possible. Despite that, we already see that it affects results, and that maybe some of the discretionary elements in tax payments are not discretionary and are explained by missing data, so that maybe some tax aggressiveness results are overestimated in some research.